हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू एग्जाम प्लस एकेडमी। आज की इस क्लास में हम डिस्कस करेंगे हमारे लास्ट 6 मंथ के आरबीआई सर्कुलर्स। अक्टूबर टू मार्च हमने आरबीआई सर्कुलर कवर किया है एमसीक्यूज फॉर्म में और विद इम्पोर्टेंट कंटेंट। तो काफी हेल्पफुल रहेगा आप लोगों के लिए। लास्ट 6 मंथ का आरबीआई सर्कुलर, अक्टूबर से मार्च तक के सभी आरबीआई सर्कुलर्स कवर किए गए हैं, एमसीक्यूज फॉर्म में कवर किए गए हैं और इसके साथ ही इम्पोर्टेंट कॉन्टेंट के साथ कवर किए गए हैं। कॉन्टेंट भी आप लोगों को मिलेगा, तो आप लोग कंटेंट को भी लाइन बाय लाइन जरूर पढ़ना, जिससे आपको एग्जाम्स में क्वेश्चंस के आंसर करना काफी हेल्पफुल रहेगा। और इसका कंप्लीट पीडीएफ भी आप लोग परचेज कर सकते हैं नीचे दिए गए लिंक से। व्हाट्सएप लिंक पे भी आप लोग मुझे व्हाट्सएप करके पीडीएफ परचेज कर सकते हैं अगर आप पीडीएफ परचेज करना चाहते हैं। लास्ट 6 मंथ आरबीआई सर्कुलर हिंदी और इंग्लिश दोनों ही लैंग्वेज में मिलेगा, बायलिंगुअल रहेगा। जहां पर रिक्वायरमेंट है वहां पे हिंदी की भी यूज की गई है। ठीक है, तो लास्ट 6 मंथ आरबीआई सर्कुलर अक्टूबर टू मार्च आप लोगों का आ चुका है, जो आपके आने वाले एसबीआई क्लर्क के एग्जाम्स के लिए और एसबीआई पीओ के एग्जाम्स के लिए और इसके अलावा जितने भी बैंकिंग एग्जाम्स हैं उनके लिए काफी हेल्पफुल रहता है लास्ट 6 मंथ का आरबीआई सर्कुलर। और इसके अलावा डिफरेंट सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म है, इनको भी आप लोग ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं। इन सभी का लिंक आपको दिए गए हैं। और अगर आपने अभी तक हमारा लास्ट 6 मंथ का बैंकिंग एंड फाइनेंशियल अवेयरनेस का क्लास नहीं देखा है तो वो क्लास भी जरूर देख के जाएं। लास्ट 6 मंथ का बैंकिंग एंड फाइनेंशियल अवेयरनेस काफी हेल्पफुल वीडियो है, जो टॉपिक वाइज कवर किया गया है, अलग अलग टॉपिक के साथ कवर किया गया है। लास्ट 6 मंथ अक्टूबर टू मार्च इसमें बैंकिंग एंड फाइनेंशियल न्यूज कवर की गई है और टॉपिक वाइज अलग अलग टॉपिक के साथ हिंदी और इंग्लिश दोनों ही लैंग्वेज में टोटल हमने 13 टॉपिक कवर किए हैं, जिसमें एसबीआई न्यूज, इंश्योरेंस सेक्टर न्यूज, आरबीआई न्यूज और सेबी नाबार्ड नोटिफिकेशन, सर्कुलर्स न्यूज, इसके अलावा जीडीपी प्रेडिक्शंस, अपॉइंटमेंट स्कीम एक्सेट्रा। टोटल 13 टॉपिक कवर किए गए हैं अलग अलग टॉपिक के साथ एमसीक्यूज फॉर्म में विद इंपॉर्टेंट कंटेंट। लास्ट 6 मंथ का बैंकिंग एंड फाइनेंशियल अवेयरनेस का आप लोगों को क्लास मिलेगा और पीडीएफ भी आप लोग परचेज कर सकते हैं, करना चाहते हैं तो लास्ट 6 मंथ का बैंकिंग एंड फाइनेंशियल अवेयरनेस का पीडीएफ, जिसमें अक्टूबर टू मार्च तक के हमने एमसीक्यूज फॉर्म में क्वेश्चंस लिए हैं विद इंपॉर्टेंट कंटेंट। ठीक है, ये तो एक काफी इंपॉर्टेंट क्लास है एसबीआई क्लर्क एंड पीओ के मेंस एग्जाम्स के लिए। लास्ट 6 मंथ बैंकिंग एंड फाइनेंशियल अवेयरनेस और लास्ट 6 मंथ आरबीआई सर्कुलर, तो ये क्लास आप लोग को जरूर देख के जानी है, जरूर से देख के जानी है और लाइन बाय लाइन कंटेंट पढ़ना है, क्योंकि क्वेश्चन जो होते हैं वो काफी डीप में पूछे जाते हैं। तो आप लोग उन्हें अगर अच्छे से कंटेंट पढ़ा है तो आप लोग आंसर कर पाएंगे। ठीक है, चलिए शुरू करते हैं हमारी आरबीआई सर्कुलर की क्लास। उससे पहले हम देखते हैं क्या क्या हम लोग कवर करने वाले हैं इसमें। आरबीआई सर्कुलर्स, फाइन इम्पोज्ड ऑन बैंकिंग लाइसेंस, आरबीआई गाइडलाइंस, आरबीआई कहता है, ये सभी कुछ हम लोग कवर करेंगे अपने आरबीआई न्यूज में, आरबीआई सर्कुलर्स में। ठीक है, और फर्स्ट इम्पोर्टेंट इसके साथ नोट है कि आरबीआई के नए गवर्नर बन गए हैं, 26 गवर्नर फ्रॉम 11 दिसंबर 2024, संजय मल्होत्रा। ठीक है, ये याद रखना है कि रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया के 26वें गवर्नर हैं, इनका नाम है संजय मल्होत्रा। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं हमारी क्लास। और क्लास हेल्पफुल लगे तो प्लीज चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें, क्लास को शेयर जरूर करें। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन क्या है हमारा, RBI and DAS launch nationwide campaigns to boost financial literacy। RBI और निम्न में से किस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने वित्तीय साक्षरता बढ़ाने के लिए राष्ट्रव्यापी अभियान शुरू किया है? तो वो किया है NCFE, ऑप्शन डी NCFE इज द राइट आंसर। क्या है NCFE, क्या फुल फॉर्म है इसका? नेशनल सेंटर फॉर फाइनेंशियल एजुकेशन, NCFE। ठीक है, क्या बोला गया है? RBI and the NCFE have launched nationwide financial literacy campaigns to promote financial awareness and inclusion. These initiatives implemented under the National Strategy for Financial Education NSFE aim to empower diverse section of society with essential financial knowledge and skills. Special programs are being conducted across different age groups, particularly targeting youth below 18 years and senior citizen above 60 years। ठीक है, तो आरबीआई और एनसीएफई राष्ट्रीय वित्तीय शिक्षा केंद्र ने वित्तीय जागरूकता और समावेशन को बढ़ावा देने के लिए राष्ट्रव्यापी वित्तीय साक्षरता अभियान शुरू किए हैं। राष्ट्रीय वित्तीय शिक्षा रणनीति यानी कि NSFE के तहत कार्यान्वित की गई इन पहलों का उद्देश्य समाज के विभिन्न वर्गों को आवश्यक वित्तीय ज्ञान यानी कि फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी और कौशल से सशक्त बनाना है। विभिन्न आयु ग्रुप के में विशेष कार्यक्रम चलाए जा रहे हैं, विशेष रूप से युवाओं के लिए जिनकी आयु 18 वर्ष से कम है और वरिष्ठ नागरिकों के लिए जिनकी आयु 60 वर्ष से अधिक है, उनको लक्षित करके। ठीक है, RBI और NCFE के द्वारा ये कैंपेन चलाए जा रहे हैं। इसी के कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट हाइलाइट्स हैं, की हाइलाइट्स फॉर द फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी कैंपेन्स। फर्स्ट क्या है, फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी सेंटर्स इनिशिएटिव। सेकेंड है RBI कहता है कैंपेन। नेक्स्ट है मास मीडिया फाइनेंशियल अवेयरनेस कैंपेन, और इसके अलावा फाइनेंशियल अवेयरनेस मैसेज बुकलेट, फेम बुकलेट। और नेक्स्ट है फाइनेंशियल एजुकेशन प्रोग्राम्स बाय NCFE एंड CFL। और नेक्स्ट है NCFE नेशनल स्ट्रेटेजी फॉर फाइनेंशियल एजुकेशन, फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी प्रोग्राम इन नॉर्थ ईस्ट इंडिया, पैन इंडिया फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी एंड इंक्लूजन सर्वे 2017 और गवर्नमेंट्स कमिटमेंट टू फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन। ये सभी कुछ पॉइंट्स आपके लिए गए हैं, इनको आप डिटेल में पढ़ सकते हैं PDF परचेज करके। चलिए शुरू करते हैं नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन को। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन में क्या बोला गया है, अंडर RBI supervision all registered Indian banks will have their website under bank.in to ensure authenticity. Registration for bank.in will begin in April 2025 is the right answer, option D। तो RBI की निगरानी में सभी पंजीकृत भारतीय बैंकों की वेबसाइट प्रमाणिकता सुनिश्चित करने के लिए बैंक.इन के नाम से होगी, और बैंक.इन के लिए पंजीकरण अप्रैल 2025 में शुरू होगा। With the rapid growth of digital banking and online financial services, there has been a rise in cyber frauds, phishing attacks, and fake financial websites. Many fraudulent entities create fake banking websites to deceive customers and steal sensitive financial information. To mitigate these risks, the RBI has decided to introduce exclusive domain names for financial institutions that will serve as a secure identity marker for customer and businesses। बोला क्या गया है इसमें कि डिजिटल बैंकिंग और ऑनलाइन वित्तीय सेवाओं में तेजी से विकास के साथ साइबर धोखाधड़ी, फिशिंग हमले और नकली वित्तीय वेबसाइटों में वृद्धि हुई है, और कई धोखाधड़ी करने वाली संस्थाएं ग्राहकों को धोखा देने और संवेदनशील वित्तीय जानकारी चुराने के लिए नकली बैंकिंग वेबसाइट भी बनाती हैं। ठीक है, इन जोखिमों को कम करने के लिए RBI ने वित्तीय संस्थानों के लिए विशेष डोमेन नाम शुरू करने का निर्णय लिया है, जो ग्राहकों और व्यवसायों के लिए सुरक्षित पहचान चिन्ह के रूप में काम करेगा। Exclusive bank.in domain for Indian banks. All registered Indian banks will have their website under bank.in to ensure authenticity. Registration for bank.in will begin in April 2025 under RBI supervision. Institutes for Development and Research in Banking Technology IDRBT will act as the exclusive registrar to managing domain registrations. This initiative will reduce phishing attacks, enhance cybersecurity, and increase customer trust in digital banking platforms. Next question. ये इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स आप देख सकते हैं वीडियो को पॉज करके या फिर PDF डाउनलोड करके। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन में क्या बोला गया है, Which department of the RBI compiled the regulations at a glance handbook? तो RBI के किस विभाग ने एक रेगुलेशन एट ए ग्लैंस हैंडबुक संकलित की है? राइट आंसर हो जाएगा डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ रेगुलेशन, DOR is the right answer of this question. The Reserve Bank of India has released the regulations at a glance handbook compiled by the Department of Regulations to provide a broad overview of the regulatory landscape across various activities and entities. Organized into 6 chapters, it presents a tabular summary of major regulations issued by the DOR. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन में क्या बोला गया है, Which organization presented the Digital Transformation Award 2025 to RBI? राइट आंसर हो जाएगा सेंट्रल बैंकिंग लंदन। ठीक है, तो किस संगठन ने सेंट्रल बैंकिंग लंदन ने आरबीआई को डिजिटल परिवर्तन पुरस्कार 2025 प्रदान किया है? RBI won the Digital Transformation Award 2025 on 15th of March 2025. Awarding body, the award was presented by Central Banking London. Recognition acknowledged RBI leadership in digital innovation and operational improvements. Something important key initiatives. Sarthi system launched on January 2023. Digitized internal workflow, improved record keeping, data analysis, and operational efficiency. Pravaha platform launched May 2024, simplified regulatory process for external stakeholders and integrated seamlessly with the Sarthi system for transparency and secure operations. Next question. What is the primary objective of the nationwide financial literacy campaign launched by RBI and NCFE on 11th of March 2025? RBI और NCFE द्वारा 11 मार्च 2025 को शुरू किए गए राष्ट्रव्यापी वित्तीय साक्षरता अभियान का प्राथमिक उद्देश्य क्या है? To empower individuals with financial awareness and fraud prevention skills. Option B is the right answer of this question. So on 11th of March 2025, the RBI and the NCFE National Center for Financial Education launched a nationwide financial literacy campaign to promote financial awareness and inclusion across India. RBI and NCFE launched nationwide financial literacy campaign. Some important key highlights: first, target groups, initiatives, topics covered, and objectives. The important key highlights of this question. Next question. What is the minimum net worth requirement for an entity to be recognized as an SRO under RBI's AA framework? तो RBI के AA ढांचे के तहत SRO के रूप में मान्यता प्राप्त करने के लिए किसी इकाई के लिए न्यूनतम निवल मूल्य की आवश्यकता क्या है? तो वो है 2 करोड़ रुपये। रुपीज 2 करोड़ इज द राइट आंसर. The RBI introduced a framework for recognizing SRO, self-regulatory organization, within the account aggregator ecosystem. This initiative aims to enhance governance, promote best practices, and ensure the sustainable growth of the AA ecosystem. Some important key highlights: first, eligibility; second, responsibility; next, application process; and last one, significance. Next question. As per the RBI report, which non-banking financial company NBFC faced the highest penalty of rupees 40 lakh imposed by the RBI for non-compliance with P2P lending regulation? तो बोला गया है कि RBI की रिपोर्ट के अनुसार किस NBFC को P2P उधार विनियमों का पालन न करने के लिए RBI द्वारा लगाया गया 40 लाख रुपए का सबसे अधिक जुर्माने का सामना करना पड़ा? वो है Fair Assets Technology India. Option B is the right answer of this question. क्या बोला गया है? The RBI has imposed a total penalty of rupees 76.6 lakh on 4 non-banking financial companies for non-compliance with its P2P lending platform regulations. Fair Assets Technology India faced the highest penalty of rupees 40 lakh. Bridge Fintech Solution and Range P2P Financial Services were each fined rupees 10 lakh. ठीक है, तो आरबीआई ने अपने पीयर टू पीयर P2P लैंडिंग प्लेटफॉर्म नियमों का पालन न करने के लिए 4 बैंकिंग वित्तीय कंपनियों पर कुल 76.6 लाख का जुर्माना लगाया है और फेयर एसेस टेक्नोलॉजी इंडिया का सबसे ज्यादा 40 लाख रुपए का जुर्माना लगाया गया। ब्रिज फिनटेक सॉल्यूशंस और रंग दे P2P फाइनेंशियल टेक सर्विसेज पर प्रत्येक पर 10 लाख रुपए का जुर्माना लगाया गया। Important information regarding the RBI established 1st April 1935, headquarter Mumbai, Governor Sanjay Malhotra, the 26th Governor of Reserve Bank of India. Next question. What is the main objective of RBI कहता है campaign? Right answer, promoting safe banking practices through multimedia channels. Option D is the right answer. RBI कहता है अभियान का मुख्य उद्देश्य क्या है? Promoting safe banking practices through multimedia channels. तो education, NCFE have launched multiple nationwide campaigns to enhance financial literacy in India. Lead banks have been directed to establish financial literacy centers to conduct special awareness campaigns. The RBI कहता है campaign promotes safe banking practices through multimedia channels while mass media awareness programs educate people across different age groups. To standardize financial education, RBI has developed the Financial Awareness Message Frame booklet, which includes targeted content for different groups, including senior citizen. Next question. Who has been appointed as executive directors by the RBI? RBI द्वारा कार्यकारी निदेशक के रूप में किसे नियुक्त किया गया है? डॉक्टर अजीत रत्नाकर जोशी. Option B is the right answer of this question. RBI has appointed Dr. Ajit Ratnakar Joshi as its new ED with effect from 3rd of March 2025. Dr. Joshi will be responsible for overseeing the Department of Statistics and Information Management and the Financial Stability Department. With over 30 years of experience in statistics, information technology, and cyber risk management, Dr. Joshi brings a wealth of expertise to his न्यू रोल. तो आरबीआई ने 3 मार्च 2025 से डॉक्टर अजीत रत्नाकर जोशी को अपना नया ईडी नियुक्त किया है. डॉक्टर जोशी सांख्यिकी और सूचना प्रबंधन विभाग और वित्तीय स्थिरता विभाग की देखरेख के लिए जिम्मेदार होंगे. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. What is the name of the initiative launched by RBI to प्रमोट फाइनेंशियल इनोवेशन? वित्तीय नवाचार को बढ़ावा देने के लिए रिजर्व बैंक इनोवेशन हब आरबीआईएस द्वारा शुरू की गई पहल का नाम क्या है? तो वो है डिजाइन साला. डिजाइन साला. ऑप्शन सी इज द राइट आंसर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन. RBIS has launched Design Shala, an initiative promoting financial innovations through Human-Centered Design (SCD). The program was launched by Nandan Nilekani, chairman and co-founder of Infosys, at the Building for Billions event in Bangalore. Design Shala focuses on developing financial solutions centered around real user needs, behavior, and experiences. RBI is established in 2021, headquartered Bangalore, parent organization RBI, chairperson Chris Gopal Krishnan, co-founder of Infosys, and CEO है राजेश बंसल. Next question. What is the maximum education loan amount that Kuhu Finance can offer with its expanded lending capacity? Right answer, rupees 2 crore. Option D is the right answer of this question. Kuhu Finance was founded by Prashant A. Bhonsle in June 2021 in Mumbai after recognizing a critical gap in education financing for Indian students studying domestically. The Kuhu Finance has received approval for non-banking financial company license from the RBI students loan focused lending platform, allowing it to lend from its book along with partners NBFC and banks. The license is set to significantly expand Kuhu's lending capacity, enabling the firm to offer education loans of up to rupees 2 crore across various academic disciplines. Next question. Recently, the RBI approval allow Brisk Pay to facilitate which type of transactions? तो हाल ही में RBI की मंजूरी ने Brisk Pay को किस प्रकार के लेन देन की सुविधा प्रदान करने की अनुमति दी है? Right answer, export and import payments. Option B is the right answer of this question. BriskPay has received in principle authorization from the RBI to operate as a payment aggregator for cross-border PACB. The approval allows the company to facilitate both export and import payments under the Payments and Settlement System Act 2007. The authorization aligns with the RBI updated regulatory framework introduced in October 2023. Next question. RBI Bank of Mauritius signed a MOU to promote use of local currencies for cross-border transaction. What type of transactions are covered under the MOU? Right answer, both current account and permissible capital account transaction. Option C is the right answer. तो RBI और बैंक ऑफ मॉरिशियस ने सीमा पार लेन देन के लिए स्थानीय मुद्राओं के उपयोग को बढ़ावा देने के लिए एक समझौता ज्ञापन पर हस्ताक्षर किए हैं। इस एमओयू के अंतर्गत किस प्रकार के लेन देन शामिल है? तो बोथ current accounts and permissible capital account transactions. Important information regarding the Bank of Mauritius. Established September 1967, headquarter Port Louis, Mauritius. Governor Ram Krishna Sithanan, or currency issued Mauritian rupee. Next question. What was the total penalty imposed by the RBI on HSBC? तो RBI द्वारा HSBC पर लगाया गया कुल जुर्माना 66.60 lakh rupees. The RBI imposed a penalty of rupees 66.60 lakh on HSBC and 33.10 lakh on IIFL Samasta Finance. HSBC outsourced the disposal closure of anti-money laundering alerts to a group company. HSBC failed to report unhedged foreign currency exposures of certain borrowers to credit information companies. HSBC opened saving deposit accounts for ineligible entities. IIFL Samasta Finance charged interest on loans before actual disbursement or check issuance. Next question. For how many additional years have RRB been allowed a amortized pension related expenditure from financial year 25 onwards? Right answer, ऑप्शन सी 5 years. तो वित्त वर्ष 2025 से आरआरबी को पेंशन से संबंधित व्यय को कितने अतिरिक्त वर्षों के लिए परिशोधित करने की अनुमति दी गई है? तो 5 years की दी गई है। ठीक है, द आरबीआई हैज अलाउड आरआरबीज एन एडिशनल 5 years फ्रॉम फाइनेंशियल ईयर 25 टू amortize pension related expenditure. The extension was granted due to difficulties in absorbing increased liabilities in a single year. Earlier, RRBs were permitted to amortize liabilities under the Employee Pension Scheme 2018 over 5 years from financial year 19. RRB must implement the pension scheme with effect from the 1st of November 1993. If the expenditure is not fully charged to the profit and loss account in financial year 25, it can be amortized over a maximum of 5 years starting 31st of March 2025. Important information regarding the RRBs. What is RRBs? RRBs are financial institutions in India that provide credit and banking services to rural and semi-urban areas, particularly for agriculture and small-scale industries. Established in 1975 under the Regional Rural Bank Act 1976. Regulators Reserve Bank of India and NABARD, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. Owner structure is very important. 50% Government of India, 35% sponsor bank, public sector banks like SBI, PNB, Bank of Baroda, etc. 15% state government. Okay, important. Next question. What is the revised risk weight for AAA rated NBFCs after the RBI's latest policy change? तो RBI के नवीनतम नीति परिवर्तन के बाद AAA rated NBFC के लिए संशोधित जोखिम भार क्या है? वो है 20%. ऑप्शन डी इज द right answer of this question. RBI unveiled a pivotal policy adjustment by lowering risk weight for bank lending for to NBFCs and microfinance institutions effective 1st of April 2025. This decision rolls back on November 2023 increase aimed at reining in unsecured lending, signaling a shift to bolster credit flow amid slowing growth and liquidity challenges. With NBFC credit expansion dropping to 6.7% in 2024 and the MFI sectors grappling with a 3.5% portfolio decline, the move reflects the RBI's intent to support these critical financial intermediaries while navigating risk under Governor Shaktikanta Das' balanced approach. First, restoration for NBFC MFI relief, economic context, strategic aim or cautious optimism. Next question. What is the primary purpose of RBI data mobile app? Right answer, providing financial and microeconomic statistics. Option B is the right answer. RBI data mobile app का प्राथमिक उद्देश्य क्या है? Providing financial and microeconomic statistics. RBI launched RBI data mobile app on 18th of Feb 2025. Here are the key features and benefits of the app. First, access to data. Next, visualization tool. Next, downloaded data. And last, bank locator. Next question. RBI has introduced RBI Data, a mobile application designed to enhance public access to microeconomic and financial data. What type of data visualization tools are included in RBI Data? Right answer, interactive graphs and charts. Option B is the right answer. RBI has introduced RBI Data, a mobile application designed to enhance public access to microeconomic and financial data. One of the key features of RBI Data is its interactive graphs and charts which help users analyze time series data effectively. Next question. Next question में क्या बोला गया है? Why did the RBI impose monetary penalties and Citibank, Asirvad Microfinance and JM Financial Home Loans? But right answer, for violating regulatory norms as per RBI supervisory findings. Option B is the right answer. The Reserve Bank of India imposed monetary penalties on Citibank, Asirvad Microfinance and JM Financial Home Loans for violating regulatory norms. The RBI action was based on supervisory findings following a statutory inspection of the company's financial position as of 31st of March 2023 for Citibank and Asirvad Microfinance and 31st of March 2022 and 31st of March 2023 for JM Financial Home Loans. Next question. Which two institutions signed the Second Amendment and Restatement Agreement of the Bilateral Swap Arrangement BSA? Right answer, Bank of Japan and Reserve Bank of India. Option D is the right answer. The Bank of Japan, acting as agent for the Minister of Finance of Japan and the Reserve Bank of India signed the Second Amendment and Restatement Agreement of the Bilateral Swap Arrangement BSA. The BSA is a two-way arrangement where both authorities can swap their local currencies in exchange for the US dollar. The size of BSA remains unchanged, that is up to 75 billion US dollar. Japan and India believe that the BSA, which aims to strengthen and complement other financial safety nets, will further deepen financial cooperation between the two countries and contribute the regional and global financial stability. Next question. What is the key proposal is the draft guidelines issued by the RBI regarding floating rate loans for retail and MSME borrowers? Right answer, RBI proposes to remove foreclosure charges on floating rate loans for retail and MSME borrowers, including those for business purposes. Option B is the right answer. RBI has issued draft guidelines proposing the removal of foreclosure charge on floating rate loans for retail and MSME borrowers, including loan granted to individual borrowers for business purposes. These changes will provide greater flexibility for borrowers to switch lenders, offering better terms and allow them to prepay their loans without incurring penalties, which currently range from 4 to 5% on the outstanding principal for personal loans. Important information regarding the RBI. Established 1st April 1935, headquarter Mumbai, or Governor Sanjay Malhotra. Next question. What was the primary objective behind the RBI approval of the voluntary merger of Urban Cooperative Bank on 8th of Feb 2025? To strengthen the urban cooperative banking sector. Option B is the right answer of this question. RBI announced the approval of voluntary merger of two pairs of urban cooperative banks on 8th of Feb 2025. The merger came into effect on 10th of Feb 2025. highlight strengthening the sector, enhance stability, improve customer service. Next question. According to the RBI, set to launch rupees 50 denomination banknotes with updated signature. What changes have been made to the design of the new rupees 50 banknotes? Right answer. The design remains identical to the existing rupees 50 banknotes. RBI will soon release rupees 50 denomination banknote in the Mahatma Gandhi new series with the signature of newly appointed Governor Sanjay Malhotra. No change in design. The design of the new rupees 50 notes will remain identical to the existing notes in the Mahatma Gandhi series. Next question. What restriction has RBI placed on deposit withdraw at New India Cooperative Bank? Right answer. Withdrawals are suspended for 6 months. Option B is the right answer of this question. क्या बोला गया है? RBI bars New India Cooperative Banks from issuing new loans and suspends deposits withdraw for 6 months due to supervisory concerns and liquidity issues. RBI clarified that the bank's license is not cancelled and it will monitor the situation for further action. ठीक है. Next question में क्या है? Why did the RBI impose penalty on Ujjivan Small Finance Bank and Nainital Bank for non-compliance with regulatory norms? Option C is the right answer. RBI has imposed monetary penalties on Shriram Finance, Ujjivan Small Finance Bank and Nainital Bank for non-compliance with regulatory norms. Penalties on Shriram Finance, a fine of rupees 5.80 lakh was levied for failing to implement a system for periodic review of risk categorization of accounts among other issues. Penalty on Ujjivan Small Finance Bank, the bank received a penalty of rupees 6.70 lakh. Ujjivan Small Finance Bank Limited non-compliance with certain directions issued by RBI, loan and advances, statutory and other restrictions. Penalty on Nainital Banks, a penalty of rupees 61.40 lakh was imposed due to non-compliance with directives on interest rates for advances and customer services. Next question. What is the primary purpose of the RBI introducing additional factor of authentication AFA for online international digital payments? Right answer. To enhance the security of cross-border transaction. Option B is the right answer. The Reserve Bank of India introduced the AFA, additional factor of authentication for online international digital payment on 7th of Feb 2025. Detailed explanation, first purpose, second implementation, third rational, and last one impact. Next question. What is the CPI inflation forecast for financial year 25 as projected in the Monetary Policy Committee meeting 2025? 4.8% is the right answer. The Monetary Policy Committee meeting took place from Feb 5th to 7th, 2025 at the RBI headquarters in Mumbai. The meeting was organized by the RBI and chaired by the newly appointed Governor Sanjay Malhotra. Some important key highlights. First, repo rate cut, neutral stance, GDP growth projections and inflation forecast. Next question. Next question में क्या बोला गया है? Under which act as the RBI sanctioned the recent UCB amalgamation? Right answer. Banking Regulation Act 1949 is the right answer of this question. RBI has approved two voluntary amalgamation in the urban cooperative bank sector. The Citizen Cooperative Bank, Vasco da Gama, Goa, merging with the TJSB Sehkari Bank, Thane, Maharashtra. Pune Commercial Cooperative Bank, Satara, Maharashtra, merging with the Pimpri Chinchwad Sehkari Bank, Pune, Maharashtra. The amalgamation have been sanctioned under the Banking Regulation Act 1949 and will be effective from 10th of Feb 2025. Okay, next question. Who is the heading the RBI committee responsible for evaluating application for a universal bank license? What is the right answer? M.K. Jain. Option C is the right answer. Ujjivan Small Finance Bank has applied to the RBI for universal bank license. This move aims to broaden the financial services Ujjivan can offer its customer. The RBI has recently established a committee headed by former Deputy Governor M.K. Jain to evaluate such applications. The RBI guidelines for on-tap licensing of SFB in private sector outlines the criteria for SFBs transitioning to universal banks. A minimum net worth of rupees 1000 crore, schedule status and satisfactory performance record for at least 5 years. ठीक है. About the Ujjivan Small Finance Bank, headquarter Bengaluru, founded in 2017, CEO Sanjeev Nautiyal. Tagline: Build a better life. Ujjivan Financial Services holds an 80% stake in the bank. It is licensed under Section 22 of the Banking Regulation Act 1949 to carry out small finance bank businesses and receive scheduled bank status from the RBI in August 2017. Next question. What is the new loan limit per borrower for small value loans from urban cooperative banks as per the RBI February 24, 2025 announcement? Right answer, rupees 3 crore is the right answer of this question. RBI increased the loan limit for small value loans from UCBs to rupees 3 crore per borrowers. This provides greater financial flexibility to UCBs while maintaining regulatory oversight. ठीक है. Important points: new loan limit, regulatory definition, operational flexibility, financial resilience. Next question. According to RBI data released on 23rd of Feb 2025, what was the total outward remittance under the Liberalized Remittance Scheme (LRS) for the 9-month period from April to December 2024? Right answer, $22.82 billion US dollar. Option B is the right answer. The total outward remittances under LRS declined by 10.15% year on year, amounting to $22.82 billion US dollar for the period April to December 2024. What is the key features of RBI new policy allowing small finance banks to offer pre-approved credit lines on UPI? Customers can instantly access short-term credit after providing explicit consent. ठीक है, option C is the right answer of this question. This move allows SFB customers to access short-term credit instantly through UPI, similar to how they use linked bank accounts or credit cards. Customer must provide explicit consent before utilizing these credit lines, and banks will set terms such as credit limits, repayment period, and interest rates based on their policies. Next question. What is the theme of RBI Financial Literacy Week 2025? Financial Literacy, Women Prosperity. Option B is the right answer. RBI वित्तीय साक्षरता सप्ताह 2025 का थीम है Financial Literacy, Women Prosperity. The RBI has initiated the Financial Literacy Week 2025 from Feb 24 to 28, focusing on financial literacy, women prosperity. This annual event aims to educate women about managing finances, making informed decisions, and contributing to economic growth. By promoting financial literacy, the RBI seeks to bridge the gender gap in financial inclusion and empower women to participate actively in the economy. Next question. According to RBI circulars dated January 1st, 2025 regarding NABFID, which of the following statement is correct? Right answer, NABFID can participate financial markets as an AIFI. NABFID is permitted to participate as an AIFI in financial markets regulated by Reserve Bank of India. ये सेम कंटेंट आप लोग PDF परचेज करके पढ़ सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन में क्या बोला गया है वो चलते हैं हम लोग. According to the guidelines, must regulated entities do under assessments and reporting? Right answer, assess their involvement in DRS according to board approved policies. Option B is the right answer. These guidelines are aimed at regulated entities participating in DRS and address concerns around credit discipline and moral hazard. Key points included assessments and reporting, prudent management, last resort and model operating procedure MOP. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन में क्या बोला गया है, अंडर द न्यू RBI rules, what is the status of an account that has no activity for over 12 months? Right answer, inactive. Option C is the right answer. Important key points: dormant account, inactive account, zero balance and reactivations. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन में क्या बोला गया है, under which act was the merger of NCBL with Cosmos Cooperative Bank approved? Right answer, Banking Regulation Act 1949. This merger, effective from 6th of January 2025, will integrate NCBL 13 branches, 12 in Bangalore and 1 in Mysore, in Cosmos Cooperative Bank. Next question. As per the RBI Master Directions on Credit Information Reporting, what is the entitlement for customer if their complaint is not resolved within 30 calendar days? Rupees 100 per calendar day. Option A is the right answer. RBI recently released the Master Directions on Credit Information Reporting on 6th of January 2025. Some important key highlights: alert for customer, reason for rejection, compensation for delays, third party sharing, data quality index and faster updates. Next question. Which accounts can non-residents utilize to settle transactions according to the revised FEMA guidelines? Right answer, special non-resident rupees and special rupee vostro accounts, SRVA is the right answer. Option A of this question. Reserve Bank of India introduced changes to the Foreign Exchange Management Act FEMA on 17th of January 2025 with the aim of promoting the use of the Indian rupee in international trade. Important key changes: INR accounts for non-residents, flexibility for exporters, repatriable INR account, FDI for NRIs. Next question. For how long are NBFCs in the upper layer subject to enhanced regulatory requirements? Right answer, at least 5 years. Option C is the right answer of this question. क्या बोला गया है? On 16th of January 2025, Reserve Bank of India released the NBFC upper layer list 24-25. ठीक है, सेम कंटेंट आप लोग पीडीएफ में देख सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन में चलेंगे. क्या बोला गया है, अकॉर्डिंग टू द RBI Payment System Report 2025, what was the total number of active credit cards in India as of December 2024? Right answer, 108 million. Option C is the right answer. The RBI Payment System Report 2025 was released by the RBI on 27th of January 2025. This comprehensive report analyzes the trends in payment transaction over the last 5 years. इसी के रिगार्डिंग कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट की पॉइंट्स हैं जो आप देख सकते हैं पीडीएफ में. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. व्हाट इज द डेडलाइन गिवन बाय आरबीआई टू बैंक्स टू यूज 1600 access number series for transactional calls to reduce fraud? Right answer, 31st of March 2025. In a move to combat financial fraud, the RBI has mandated that banks and other regulated entities utilize the 1600 access numbering series exclusively for transactional calls to customer. For promotional communication, 140 access series should be employed. This directive aims to enhance the security of digital transactions and protect customers from fraudulent activities. Next question. The RBI has decided to discontinue the requirement for submission of the LRS monthly return by authorized dealer AD category 1 banks instead of monthly reporting. AD category 1 banks are now required to submit transactions wise information on daily basis. Okay, daily is the right answer. It has now been decided to discontinue the requirement for submission of LRS monthly return by AD category 1 banks. Accordingly, from the reporting month of September 2024, AD category 1 banks shall not submit LRS monthly return. AD category 1 banks and henceforth will be required to upload only transaction-wise information under LRS daily returns CIMS return code R010 at the close of business of the next working days on CIMS. In case no data is to be furnished, AD category 1 banks shall upload a nil report. Next question. What was the percentage increase in the number of employees working in the overseas branches of Indian banks as highlighted in the RBI 23-24 survey? Right answer 8.2%. Option B is the right answer of this question. According to the RBI survey, there was an 8.2% increase in the number of employees working in overseas branches of Indian banks, highlighting the expansion of workforce to support global operations. ठीक है, the number of overseas branches of Indian banks saw a significant rise, indicating an expansion of their global operations. The number of overseas branches of Indian banks saw significant rise, indicating an expansion of their global operations. Next question. Who was ranked as the top central banker globally for the second consecutive year by Global Finance magazine in 2024? Saktikanta Das is the right answer. Former RBI Governor Saktikanta Das was ranked as the top central banker globally for the second consecutive year by Global Finance magazine in 2024. He received an A plus grade for his performance in inflation control, economic growth, currency stability, and interest rate management. The award was presented at event in Washington DC, USA. Denmark's Christian Kettle Thompson and Switzerland Thomas Jordan were also ranked under the A plus category. Next question. Who among the following is not a RBI deputy governor? Right answer, Dr. Deepam Seth. Option D is the right answer. The government has approved 1-year extension for M. Rajeshwar Rao as Deputy Governor of the RBI effective October 9, 2024. This decision was made by the Appointment Committee of the Cabinet chaired by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Following a notification dated October 4th, Rao's tenure was initially set for 3 years starting from October 2020, and this marks his second consecutive 1-year extension. Next question. Who has been appointed as MD and CEO of Bandhan Bank? Parth Pratim Sen Gupta is the right answer of this question. In a significant development in the Indian banking sector, the Reserve Bank of India has appointed Parth Pratim Sen Gupta as the MD and CEO of Bandhan Bank for a period of 3 years. Sen Gupta appointment comes in the wake of the resignation of Chandrasekhar Ghosh, the founder, MD and CEO of the bank, who recently stepped down from the post. Next question. ARCs shall become members of all CICs and submit the requested data to CICs as per the uniform credit reporting format prescribed by the Reserve Bank. ARCs shall put in the place system and processes to ensure compliance with these guidelines latest by 1st of January 2025. ARCs shall keep the information collected, maintained by them, updated regularly on a fortnightly basis or at such shorter intervals as mutually agreed upon between the ARCs and the CIC in terms of Regulations 10 and of the Credit Information Companies Regulations 2006. Okay, next. इंपॉर्टेंट जो टेबल्स है ये आप देख सकते हैं हमारे पीडीएफ में. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन में क्या बोला गया है? हु हैज बीन अपॉइंटेड एज द ईडी Executive Director of RBI with effect from 1st October 2024? Right answer, Aviral Jain is the right answer of this question. RBI has appointed Aviral Jain as Executive Director with effect from 1st of October 2024. Prior to being promoted to ED, Jain was serving as Regional Director for Maharashtra. As Executive Director, he will look after the several departments for the smooth functioning of RBI. Next question. Which level is now applied for the customer due diligence CDD procedure under the RBI updated KYC direction? What is the right answer of this question? Unique customer identification code UCIC level. Option C is the right answer. The CDD procedure will now be applied at the UCIC unique customer identification code level, eliminating the need for fresh CDD for existing KYC complaint customers opening new accounts or availing other services. Next question. What is the main purpose of the framework introduced by the RBI and SEBI on 11th of November 2024 for foreign portfolio investors? Right answer, to allow FPIs exceeding the 10% equity limit to reclassify their investment as foreign direct investment FDI. Option D is the right answer of this question. The Reserve Bank of India and the SEBI introduced a framework on November 11, 2024. The framework allows FPIs that exceed the 10% equity limit in an Indian company to reclassify their investment as FDI, enabling streamlined compliance and investment processes. Next, RBI permitted to offer pre-sanctioned credit lines through the UPI for which of the following small finance bank? Option D is the right answer. RBI, after its Monetary Policy Committee meeting on 6th of December 2024, announced that small finance bank will now be permitted to offer pre-sanctioned credit lines through the UPI. This decision is expected to provide financial services to underserved groups such as small businesses, micro entrepreneurs, and individuals in rural and semi-urban regions. Some important key highlights: the RBI Financial Stability Report December 2024, asset quality of banks, projection for NPS, economic growth forecast, liquidity deficit, regulatory compliance and non-banking फाइनेंशियल कंपनीज एनबीएफसीज. ठीक है, ये सारा ही आप देख सकते हैं पीडीएफ में डिटेल्स में. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. The Reserve Bank of India has directed banks to take immediate steps to lower the number of frozen or inactive accounts and make the process of activating them easier and less complicated. An inoperative account in a saving or current account that has not had any transactions from customers for at least how many years? At least 2 years is the right answer. The Reserve Bank of India has instructed banks to urgently take necessary actions to reduce the number of inoperative frozen accounts and ensure that the process of activating such accounts is made smoother and hassle-free. Inoperative accounts, a saving or current account that has had no customer-induced transactions for at least 2 years. The Reserve Bank of India is introducing Mule Hunter, a model based on machine learning and artificial intelligence. Which city had the highest level of mule activity? Right answer, Bhubaneswar is the right answer. The RBI is rolling out an artificial intelligence AI and machine learning based model called the Mule Hunter AI to detect mule banking accounts used in financial frauds. Geographic distributions of mule activity. The highest mule activity was observed Bhubaneswar, 14% of total mule activity, followed by Lucknow and Navi Mumbai, and other cities like Mumbai, Bangalore and Cuttack with lesser percentage. Next question. The RBI increased the maximum for collateral-free agricultural loans from 1.6 lakh rupees to 2 lakh per borrower. Bank must adopt the revised lending limitation by 1st of January 2025. The RBI has raised the limit for collateral-free agricultural loans from 1.6 lakh to 2 lakh per borrowers. The limit was previously increased from rupees 1 lakh to rupees 1.6 lakh in 2019. Banks are required to implement the revised loan limits by January 1st, 2025. The new limit applies to all scheduled commercial banks, including regional rural banks and small finance banks, states cooperative banks and district central cooperative banks. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है हमारा, a group to create a free AI in the financial industry has been suggested by the Reserve Bank of India. What does the first E in free AI stand for? Ethical is the right answer. Option B. The Reserve Bank of India has proposed the formation of committee to develop framework for responsible and ethical implement of AI, free AI in the financial sector. Next question. Recently, the RBI has proposed the creation of a new benchmark for the interest rate derivatives market based on secured money markets known as the SORR. What's the first R in SORR? What is the right answer? Option C, rupee is the right answer. RBI has proposed the introduction of a new benchmark for the interest rate derivatives market based on secured money markets. This benchmark will be known as the Secured Overnight Rupee Rate, SORR. What is the full form? Secured Overnight Rupee Rate. Okay. Rationale and background. The proposals follows recommendation from the MIBOR committee and feedback received. Next question. How many tons more of gold were moved by the RBI from the Bank of England to safe storage facilities in India on Dhanteras? Right answer 102 is the right answer. Next question. What was the minimum percentage of capital market funding is required for non-banking finance companies by the Reserve Bank of India? 25% is the right answer of this question. RBI has mandated the upper layer non-banking financial companies must secure a minimum of 25% of their total borrowings from capital market instruments. This includes instruments like commercial paper, NCD, non-convertible debentures, external commercial borrowings. Next question. In which year had the RBI goal of meeting cash demands following the demonetizations of the rupees 500 and rupees 1000 notes been accomplished when it began to remove the rupees 2000 banknote on 19th of May 2023? Right answer option C, 2016 is the right answer. RBI initiated the withdrawal of rupees 2000 banknote on 19th of May 2023, citing that their objective of fulfilling currency's need post the demonetizations of rupees 500, rupees 1000 notes in 2016 has been achieved. Current circulation as of 31st of October 2024, only 2% of the original rupees 2000 notes remain in circulation, equating to rupees 6,970 crore, down from the rupees 3.56 lakh crore on 19th of May 2023. Next question. Recently, the RBI update KYC norms to comply with anti-money laundering regulation. In which year were the revision made to the Prevention of Money Laundering, Maintenance of Records Rules and the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act UAPA instructions? Right answer option A, 2005 is the right answer of this question. ठीक है. RBI has announced amendments to the Master Directions on KYC on November 6, 2024, and the amended provisions in the Master Directions shall come into force with immediate effect. Alignment with PMLA and UAPA rules. The amendment aligned with recent changes in the Prevention of Money Laundering, Maintenance of Records Rules 2005 and the Unlawful Activities Act instructions. Next question. Which company will create a web series about the 90 years history of the Reserve Bank of India with the goal of raising financial literacy and public awareness of the RBI contribution to the Indian economy. What is the right answer? Option B, Star India is the right answer. Star India will produce a web series on the Reserve Bank of India's 90-year journey aimed at enhancing public understanding of the RBI role in India economy and contributing to financial literacy. The Reserve Bank of India was established in 1935 and completed 90 years in April 2020. Selection process. The RBI issued a request for proposal in July 2023 for the web series. Star India Private Limited won the tender for rupees 6.5 crore. Competing production houses included Viacom 18G Entertainment Network Limited and Discovery Communications India. Next question. RBI said that the HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank and State Bank of India will remain designated as DSIBs, domestically systematically important banks. How many buckets are there under the domestic systematically important banks classification for banks? Option A 5 is the right answer of this question. ठीक है. RBI announced the SBI, HDFC and ICICI Bank will continue to be identified as domestic systematically important banks, DSIBs. The DSIBs designated banks have to maintain additional company equity tier 1 in additional to the capital conservation buffer. In order to be listed as a DSIB, a bank needs to have assets that exceed 2% of the national GDP. Banks are classified into 5 buckets under domestic systematically important bank DSIB. इंपॉर्टेंट बैंक्स के ये जो है DSIBs buckets ये आप देख सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. रिसेंटली which company limits on loan approval and disbursement were removed by the Reserve Bank of India with immediate effect? Right answer Navi Finserv. Option B is the right answer of this question. क्या बोला गया है? RBI lifted restrictions on Navi Finserv concerning the sanction and disbursal of loan effective immediately. Navi Finserv previously prohibited from sanctioning and disbursing loans since October 17, 2024 due to issues related to its pricing policy, specifically the weighted average lending rate WALR and excessive interest spread charged over its cost of funds. About the Navi Finserv was founded in 2018 by Sachin Bansal and Ankit Agrawal. It operates as an RBI registered NBFC in the middle layer category and offer personal and home loans. The company has become a major player in the UPI ecosystem, ranking as the 4th largest UPI player by volume in October 2024, surpassing CRED. Next question. The RBI has issued a new order requiring banks to install note sorting machines that adhere to the most recent standards. From which date will bank only be allowed to use NSM models that are BIS certified and adhere to the new standards? Right answer 1st of May 2025 is the right answer of this question. RBI issued a new directives mandating banks to deploy note sorting machines that comply with updated standards. The directives buildings on the guidelines from the RBI circular on 1st of July 2022, which specified authentication and sorting requirements for NSM. RBI, in collaboration with the Bureau of Indian Standards and other stakeholders, developed new standards for NSM published as IS 1866322024 in the Gazette of India on 19th of March 2024. Next question. RBI has granted banks and ATMs operators certain leeway to implement the cassette exchange system for ATMs cash replacement. When was the deadline for banks to adopt the cassette swap implementation roadmap that the RBI requested? Right answer 31st of March 2025 is the right answer of this question. RBI has given banks and ATM operators some wiggle room for implementing the cassette swap mechanism for cash replacement in ATMs. New deadline. Now the RBI has asked banks to expeditiously implement the roadmap for cassette swap implementation by 31st of March 2025. Next question. The Durga Cooperative Bank, Urban Bank, located in Vijayawada, has had its license revoked by the Reserve Bank of India, which year Deposit Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation DICGC Act would allow depositors to make insurance claims up to rupees 5 लाख। तो विजयवाड़ा में स्थित दुर्गा सहकारी शहरी बैंक का लाइसेंस भारतीय रिजर्व बैंक द्वारा रद्द कर दिया गया है। किस वर्ष के जमा बीमा और ऋण गारंटी निगम अधिनियम के तहत जमाकर्ताओं को 5 लाख तक का बीमा दावा करने की अनुमति दी गई है? वो है 1961 इज द राइट आंसर। RBI कैंसिल द लाइसेंस ऑफ विजयवाड़ा बेस्ड Durga Cooperative Urban Bank as the lender does not have adequate capital and earning prospects. The bank failed to meet regulatory requirements, particularly inadequate capital and earning prospect. First point. Second, non-compliance with requirement. Next, prejudicial to depositors. Next, inability to pay depositors. Next, adverse public impact. Next, deposit insurance. Next question है हमारा, in financial year 25 the RBI intends to start a cloud services pilot program to provide reasonably priced local cloud data storage for financial institutions. In 2023, the cloud services industry in India was estimated to be worth $8.3 billion. By which year is it expected to reach $24.2 billion? What is the right answer? 2028 is the right answer of this question. क्या बोला गया है? RBI plans to launch a pilot program for cloud services in 2025 to offer local cloud data storage for financial firms at affordable rates. Next question. When will the RBI begin extending the board supervision of Abhyuday Cooperative Bank Limited for an additional 12 months? Right answer, November 24, 2024. The 24th of November 2024 is the right answer, option C. Next question. How many particular booklets in Santali have been developed by the RBI Odisha office to raise awareness of financial literacy among the tribal population? Right answer, option B, 5. तो जनजातीय आबादी के बीच वित्तीय साक्षरता के बारे में जागरूकता बढ़ाने के लिए आरबीआई ओडिशा कार्यालय द्वारा संताली में कितनी विशेष पुस्तिकाएं विकसित की गई हैं? तो 5 विशेष पुस्तिकाएं विकसित की गई हैं। ठीक है। In addition to Odisha, the booklets will be distributed in states like Jharkhand, Bihar, West Bengal, Assam and Tripura, where there is a significant Santali speaking population. Next question. How many crores were pumped into the banking system by the RBI through a variable rate repo auction VRR to control liquidity and prevent banks borrowing costs from rising? What is the right answer? Rupees 25,000 crore is the right answer of this question. The RBI injected rupees 25,000 crore into the banking system via a variable rate repo auction VRR to manage liquidity and prevent increased borrowing costs for banks. Next question. A program for rewarding professors who published original books in Hindi covering how many subjects has been introduced by the RBI? Right answer, option D, 3 is the right answer. ठीक है। तो RBI ने कितने विषयों पर? तो 3 विषयों पर हिंदी में मौलिक पुस्तकें प्रकाशित करने वाले प्रोफेसरों को पुरस्कृत करने की योजना शुरू की है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Who among the following deputy governor of the RBI has announced plans to develop an ecosystem for data analytics to improve supervisory functions? Right answer, option B, स्वामीनाथन. Right answer क्या हो जाएगा? Deputy Governor RBI स्वामीनाथन is the right answer of this question. Next question में क्या बोला गया है? The RBI has initiated a program to stimulate original study and writing in Hindi or banking, finance and economics. How many lakh of rupees are awarded to active or retired professor of Indian institutions through this plan for publishing works on banking, finance or economics that were originally published in Hindi? Right answer, rupees 1,25,000 is the right answer. The RBI has initiated a scheme to promote original writings and research in Hindi or economics, banking, and financial subjects. Next question. The RBI MIBOR panel supports two transitions to a benchmark based on the secured money market. When does the RBI invite stakeholders and the public to provide feedback on the committee findings before making final recommendations? Right answer November 15th of November 2024 is the right answer of this question. RBI Committee on MIBOR benchmark was established to review rupee interest rate benchmark, specifically evaluating the Mumbai Interbank outright rate यानी कि MIBOR uses and considering a transitions to a new benchmark. Next question. Recently, the RBI published on its website a research paper named Status of Digital Financial Literacy, in which island bottlenecks and way forward under the project research paper. Right answer Lakshadweep Island is the right answer. RBI placed on the website a research study titled Status of Digital Financial Literacy in Lakshadweep Island bottlenecks and way forward under the project research study. Next question. Recently, both run and private banks have received a directive from the RBI to desist from placing large wagers against the Indian rupee as the rupee approached a historic low of 83.9850 per US dollar. The directives were discussed over the phone informally. The RBI has asked state-run and private banks to refrain from making aggressive bets against the Indian rupee. The instructions were communicated informally via phone calls as the rupee neared a record low of 83.980 per US dollar. Next question. A white label ATM license was given by the RBI to Electronic Payment and Services, an ATM outsourcing firm situated in Mumbai. In India, EPS takes over as the fifth white label ATM operator. RBI granted a white label ATM license to Electronic Payment and Services, a Mumbai-based ATM outsourcing company. With this license, EPS becomes the fifth white label ATM operator in India, joining Tata Communication Payment Solution, India's first payments, Hitachi Payments and Vakrangi. ठीक है. Next. The RBI has increased the transactions limit for UPI Lite and UPI 123 Pay in an effort to promote the broader use of these UPI services. Which year did UPI first started? 2016. Option D is the right answer. RBI enhanced transactions limits for UPI 123 Pay and UPI Lite to encourage wider adoptions of these UPI products. UPI 123 Pay net new per transactions limit rupees 10,000 increased from rupees 5,000. UPI 123 Pay enables UPI functionality on features phones. Next question. The RBI is formulating guidelines for novel capital raising mechanism for urban cooperative banks, including the premium price shale. Which year was the announcement of the first rule for the issuance and regulations of share capital and securities for the UCBs? Right answer 2022. RBI developing norms for new capital raising instruments for urban cooperative banks, such as the issuance of share at a premium. These norms will provide UCBs with more flexibility to raise resources and support sector growth. Discuss papers previous guidelines. ठीक है. Next question. Who are required to review and modify the system and devices to ensure accessibility for persons with disabilities according to the RBI guidelines? Both banks and authorized non-bank payment provider. Option C is the right answer. RBI issued guidelines on 11th of October 2024 to enhance the accessibility of digital payment system for person with disabilities. Payment system participants, including banks and authorized non-bank payment providers, are required to review and modify their system and devices to ensure ease of access. Next question. What was the value of the current situation index CSI in the RBI Consumer Confidence Survey for September 2024? Right answer 94.7 is the right answer. The RBI released the result of its September 2024 Consumer Confidence Survey on 9th of October 2024. Next question. Which Mumbai-based company has recently been granted a white label ATM license by the RBI? Right answer, Electronic Payment and Services, EPS is the right answer of this question. The RBI has granted a white label ATM license to Electronic Payment and Services, a Mumbai-based company. Next, the RBI released a guidance note for regulated enterprises which include banks and non-banking financial company NBFCs, authorized people and payment system operators, in which year the guidance note on management of operational risk covered just commercial banks? 2005 year. Right answer क्या हो जाएगा? 2005. Next question. For RTGS, real-time gross settlement, and NEFT, the RBI is recommending a new features that would enable remitters to confirm the recipient identity prior to completing payments. What was the RTGS minimum transfer limit? Right answer, rupees 2 lakh. Option A, 2 lakh is the minimum transfer limit. RBI is proposing a new features for RTGS and NEFT that allow remitters to verify the recipient's name before executing payments. RTGS provide a faster instant transfer. Minimum transfer limit rupees 2 lakh, preferred for larger transactions requiring immediate settlement. Next question. Recently, the Governor of the Reserve Bank of India issued a warning saying that the relying too much on AI might jeopardize the stability of the financial system. How many major trade currencies are settled by India's real-time gross settlement system that operates around the clock? Right answer, option C, 3 is the right answer. RBI governor emphasized that while AI and machine learning offer opportunities for growth in the financial sector, excessive dependence on these technologies could threaten financial stability. Next question. Which year prior to license cancellation or loan cycle completion does the RBI order credit institutions to provide borrowers credit information to credit information companies? Right answer, option D, 2005 is the right. RBI has mandated credit institutions to provide credit information of onboarded borrowers to credit information companies. Next question. RBI is closely watching the slowdown of foreign investment in fully accessible government bonds as a result of global market volatility affecting domestic debt markets. What year was the FAR category of government securities introduced? Right answer, 2020. Option B is the right answer of this question. RBI is closely monitoring the slowing of foreign investment in fully accessible government bonds due to global market volatility and impacting local debt markets. Next question. RBI has expanded the number of regulated enterprises who have access to its negotiated dealing system order matching electronic trading platform as a result of their inclusion in JP Morgan's Emerging Markets Bond Index, which goes into effect on what date? The moves is in line with growing trading of government securities. Right answer, January 2025 is the right answer of this question. The RBI provided access to its negotiated dealing system order matching electronics trading platform to more regulated entities. Next question. A Reserve Bank of India study indicates that India's overall software services exports, including those provided by overseas affiliates of Indian businesses climbed from $200.6 billion in the previous fiscal year to $205.2 billion in 2023-2024. With regard to 54% of software exports, which nation was the biggest destination? USA. Option B, USA is the right answer of this question. Next question. The Reserve Bank of India lifts the lending limitations placed on the non-banking subsidiary of JM Financial. What location is JM Financial headquarter? Right answer, Maharashtra. Option B, Maharashtra is the right answer. The RBI has lifted the ban on JM Financial products, allowing it to resume financing activities, including loans for share debentures and IPO subscription. JM Financial, founded in 1973, headquartered Mumbai, chairman Nimesh Kampani. Next question. How much of a fine was levied on SD Finserv Limited, known as Mungipa Securities, by the Reserve Bank of India? Rupees 28.30 lakh is the right answer. The RBI imposed a penalty of rupees 28.30 lakh and SD Finserv Limited, formerly known as Mungipa Securities. Next question. RBI intends to use bilateral or multilateral agreement to extend the real-time gross settlement system and enable transactions in the US dollar, euro, and British pound. Which of the following claims does not apply? Right answer, global cross-border payments are projected to exceed $150 trillion in value by 2027, according to the Bank of England. Next question. How many finance companies are prohibited by the Reserve Bank of India from approving and disbursing new loans? Right answer, option A, 4 is the right answer. 4 companies. RBI has banned 4 finance companies from sanctioning and disbursing new loans due to excessive interest rates charged to borrowers. The companies affected by the ban include Navi Finserv, DMI Finance, Asirvad Microfinance Limited, Arohan Finance Services Limited. Next question. The digital rupee, also known as the CBDC, is the subject of a pilot project being carried out by RBI with more than 50 lakh subscribers. How many banks are involved in the present digital rupee pilot? Right answer, option B, 16 is the right answer. RBI is conducting a pilot project for the CBDC known as the digital rupee. CBDC pilot scale. The current digital rupee pilot has over 50 lakh users and includes 16 participating banks. Next question. For academic institution faculty, the Reserve Bank of India has launched a scholarship program. How many rupees will the chosen scholars receive each month for the durations of the project? Right answer, rupees 50,000. Option D is the right answer. RBI has introduced a scholarship schemes for faculty members from academic institutions. Application must be submitted by the 5th of next month. Next question. Which nation exchange center LLC had its certificate of authorization withdrawn by the Reserve Bank of India for non-compliance with regulatory requirements? UAE. Option D is the right answer. RBI revoked the certificate of authorization of UAE Exchange Center LLC for failing to comply with regulatory requirements. Next question. RBI took action against Navi Finserv and which company, prohibiting them from issuing and disbursing loan due to unreasonably high interest rates charged borrowers? Asirvad Microfinance is the right answer. Reserve Bank of India took action against Navi Finserv and Asirvad Microfinance, barring them from sanctioning and disbursing loans due to excessively high interest rates charged to borrowers. Next question. How much crores were added to the banking system by the RBI through an auction for variable rate repo VRR? Right answer, rupees 25,000 crore. Option A is the right answer. RBI injected rupees 25,000 crore into the banking system through a variable rate repo VRR auction. Next question. In effort to revolutionize the lending industry, the RBI intends to introduce the ULI, Unified Lending Interface, nationwide. Where was the Unified Lending Interface unveiled by RBI Governor in August 2024 during the Global Conference on Digital Public Infrastructure and Emerging Technologies, Bengaluru? Option B, Bengaluru is the right answer. The RBI plans to launch the ULI at a national level to transform the lending sector. Next question. The Consumer Confidence Survey CCS is a regular survey that RBI conducts to find out how the public feels about the state of the economy. How many cities frequently do the survey? Option C, 19 is the right answer. RBI regularly conducts the Consumer Confidence Survey CCS to gauge public sentiment on economic conditions. The September 2024 round the CCS has been launched. Survey cities. The survey is conducted regularly in 19 cities via Ahmedabad, Bengaluru, भोपाल, भुवनेश्वर, चंडीगढ़, चेन्नई, दिल्ली, गुवाहाटी, हैदराबाद, जयपुर, जम्मू, कोलकाता, लखनऊ, मुंबई, नागपुर, पटना, रायपुर, रांची एंड तिरुवनंतपुरम. ठीक है, तो हमने कंप्लीट किया है हमारा लास्ट 6 मंथ का आरबीआई सर्कुलर और कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट करंट रेट्स एज ऑन 1 अप्रैल 2025. ठीक है, तो करंट रेट्स में है सबसे पहले पॉलिसी रेपो रेट 6.25%. पॉलिसी रेट्स देखेंगे, उसके बाद रिजर्व रेशियो देखेंगे. पॉलिसी रेपो रेट 6.25%, स्टैंडिंग डिपॉजिट फैसिलिटी रेट 6%, मार्जिनल स्टैंडिंग फैसिलिटी रेट 6.50%, बैंक रेट 6.50%, फिक्स्ड रिवर्स रेपो रेट 3.35%, CRR 4%, SLR 18%. ठीक है, एज ऑन 1 अप्रैल 2025. और अगर आपने अभी तक लास्ट 6 मंथ का बैंकिंग एंड फाइनेंशियल अवेयरनेस क्लास नहीं देखा है तो जाके जरूर देखिए. एग्जाम्स के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. टॉपिक वाइज रहेगा. 13 टॉपिक के साथ अलग अलग बैंकिंग एंड फाइनेंशियल सेक्टर्स न्यूज कवर की है. हिंदी इंग्लिश दोनों ही लैंग्वेज में मिल जाएगा. अगर आपको स्पेसिफिक इंग्लिश में चाहिए तो पीडीएफ आपको इंग्लिश में भी मिल जाएगा. कंप्लीट पीडीएफ आप लोग मुझे व्हाट्सएप करके पीडीएफ को परचेज कर सकते हैं. कुछ क्वेरीज हैं तो आप पूछ सकते हैं. डिफरेंट सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म पर भी आप लोग ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं. सभी के लिंक आपको दिए गए हैं. और अगर चैनल पर नए हैं तो सब्सक्राइब करके बेल आइकन जरूर दबाएं. वीडियो अच्छी लगे तो शेयर जरूर करें. अदर स्टूडेंट्स को भी चैनल का नाम जरूर बताएं. तब तक के लिए बाय बाय, टेक केयर, थैंक यू, थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग.